Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing the sun, not golden, not warm, but blue. Not a metaphor, not a legend, not a work of fiction. For months, people across the Northern Hemisphere witnessed a sky that felt wrong. The sun appeared blue, purple, sometimes even green. Daylight felt dim. Summers felt cold. And for nearly 2 centuries, no one knew why. The year was 1831. This was a world without satellites, without instant communication, without climate science as we know it today. People relied on their senses and their fears, across Europe, North America, and parts of Asia. Something unsettling began to appear in personal diaries, ship logs, and early scientific journals. The sun looked wrong. Observers described it as pale blue, violet, or greenish. Even the moon sometimes appeared blue. For many, it felt like a sign, perhaps divine, perhaps apocalyptic. What made this event truly disturbing was its scale. This wasn't a local illusion. It wasn't caused by fog, smoke from a nearby fire, or strange weather in one region. Reports came from Europe, Eastern North America, parts of Asia. The same descriptions appeared again and again. A dimmed sun, unusual colors, colder days. Something had changed globally. Soon the effects reached far beyond the sky. Summers became colder than normal. Harvests failed. Food shortages spread. Between 1831 and 1833, agricultural records show widespread crop damage. Farmers struggled to explain why familiar seasonal patterns no longer applied. Communities faced hunger without knowing the cause. The planet itself had cooled by nearly 1 degree Celsius. Today, that might not sound dramatic. But for pre-industrial societies, it was devastating. Scientists suspected a volcanic eruption. They knew from earlier events, like the famous eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, that volcanoes could cool the planet. But there was a problem. No one could find the volcano. No records, no eyewitness accounts, no confirmed eruption. Geologists began calling it a phantom eruption, an invisible catastrophe that left fingerprints everywhere except at the crime scene. For decades, the mystery remained unsolved. Volcanic eruptions don't just release lava. The most powerful ones inject massive amounts of sulfur dioxide into the upper atmosphere. There, it transforms into tiny sulfate particles that spread around the globe. These particles don't block sunlight completely, they filter it. They scatter longer wavelengths like red and yellow, allowing shorter wavelengths, blues and greens, to dominate. The result, a sun that looks blue. For nearly 200 years, the mystery remained. Then, in 2025, everything changed. A peer-reviewed study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences analyzed polar ice cores, natural archives of Earth's atmosphere. Trapped within the ice were microscopic particles of volcanic ash. Each volcano has a unique chemical signature. And this ash pointed clearly to one place, Simu Shear Island, part of the Kuril Islands between Russia and Japan, a remote volcano. Far from major population centers, erupting violently and silently. This eruption was powerful enough to inject sulfur deep into the stratosphere. From there, atmospheric currents carried it around the world. The sky darkened, the sun changed color, the planet cooled. All without most of humanity ever seeing the eruption itself. The phantom finally had a name. This wasn't a myth. It wasn't mass imagination. It was a reminder of how deeply connected our world is. An eruption on a remote island altered the sky, the climate, global food systems, human history, all at once. If this happened today, with all our technology, our satellites, our sensors, would we understand it immediately? Or are there still phantom events unfolding above us, waiting for the right tools to reveal them? What other moments in history do you think we still don't fully understand?